Welcome back, Hudson Valley P-Tech. If you want to know more about us, go on to Facebook at HBP-Tech, or you can follow Brandon on BP the Kid on Instagram. Well, now that I said Brandon, let's go to Brandon and Zyair talking about abolitionism.
Hey America, this is P-Tech News, and as Owen introduced, I'm Brandon, and this is Zyair. I'm going to explain abolitionism right now and the black codes. Plain news.
What you doing?
Black codes.
You don't know that?
Alright, so now, abolitionism was the belief that slavery should be abolished.
What do
Alright?
abolish mean?
To just take it away. It shouldn't be occurring. So, in the 19th century, this happened. And people increased numbers. They increased numbers of people in the northern United States that held the nation slaves should be freed immediately. Now, I know that wasn't a good description, but that's exactly what it was about. It was mainly about ending slavery. Now, the black codes was in the United States. There were laws passed by southern states in 1865 and 1866 after the Civil War. And again, it's not the full description, but that's what it was mainly enforced. Now, I'm gonna switch the camera to my fellow over here, Zyair, to talk mainly about who Martin Luther the King was.
Thank you for that wonderful entrance. I forgot.
No problem.
So, Martin Luther King, or Martin the King.
Sorry.
Martin Luther King, no, not again. Sorry. So, Martin Luther King, he was a big part of the Civil Rights Movement. He was born in Alabama, January 15. And did you know that his mom was a teacher and his father was a preacher? It
Wow.
rhymes.
I didn't know that.
Poetry.
Yeah.
But yeah, he mostly wanted to fight without his hands, just his words. And that's something you'll be talking about later, being Malcolm X.
Yeah.
He wanted to fight with his hands instead of his words. And that's why Martin Luther King, he was such a powerful man. Because he wanted to only talk to change the laws. But Malcolm X, he wanted to talk, but also use his violence.
Yeah.
And that's the difference from him.
You're right. That's good. All right.
So he's an African American man, of course, and he's mostly known for his "I Have a Dream" speech. It was in Washington D.C., and he changed a lot of lives, basically. So can you tell me about Malcolm X?
Malcolm X. All right, no problem. So, America, Malcolm X. It was really heartbreaking. You know, it shouldn't be this hard to talk with your words and not your hands. All he wanted to do was use his hands. So Malcolm X was born on May 19th, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. He died in 1965. He was a black leader who, as a key spokesman for the Nation of Islam, epitomized the black power. The black power. So you already know what's going on with this, because Malcolm X, you know. So it was a philosophy, and by the early 1960s, he had grown for civil rights and worried that blacks would ultimately lose control of their own movement. So what he did was he wanted to just power over everything. And the difference between Martin Luther King, it was he wants a speech. He wants people to hear him for his voice, not for his hands.
Yeah.
And Malcolm X was just like, no speech, you know, like if you wanna, you know. Yeah, exactly. So that's the difference. But Malcolm X did it a wrong way. But at the same time, he was defending his rights and his people. Same with Martin Luther King. They're both the same thing, just in different ways. The better way is Martin Luther King, but people do things because of the way they feel. And if you really want to try, you gotta survive. And if you gotta survive, you gotta try.
Okay.
Thank you, America. This is P-Tech News.